G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a sim upgrade. I've just got some EZ Tee Turf camo for my hitting strip. Now, how this sim started. This sim started with I actually got a 1.5 by 1.5 premium Tee Turf. I think it was from the net return. I'll put it on screen now, but that was the actual mat that I started off with. And it was a premium Tee Turf. And to be honest, it's not a bad mat. It's not a bad mat at all, but I really wish I didn't get that mat to begin with. And I'm going to explain why. So I got that mat thinking I could hit off it and also stand on it. So I could do everything on that mat. When I got it though, after 6 months, I started having really bad elbow pain. I'm talking seriously bad elbow pain to the point where it was actually affecting my day-to-day life. I had to be really careful not to bump my elbows because I just had the worst golfer's elbow, especially in my right arm. Fast forward, I ended up making a hitting strip, which has been absolutely fantastic. And I made this from scratch. I did a video over it, but this was basically a bit of polycarbonate and then I put foam underneath, like a real soft foam, and then I put actually putting turf on the top of it. So I used putting turf because I wanted to be able to putt off this mat as well as hit balls off it. The issue I ran into is this Tee Turf actually wears out, and if I hold it at an angle there, you can see it wears out pretty quick, and I end up with these divots in my mat. I'm gonna say call it 3 weeks, I would have to rotate this or replace the actual pad on top of this. So I made a system where I could take the pad off. I have Velcro underneath, so this actual thing is held on by Velcro. So I was making pads for it and I was replacing it and it was fine. I could use it like that. But what started to annoy me was having to make up these pads and keep replacing them. It's not the end of the world, but it just got to the point where it was getting annoying, so I was looking for a better solution. The other thing that was happening, I wasn't getting residue on my clubs, but the other thing that was happening is I was getting this fine dust. I'm not even going to be able to, sure if you're going to be able to see it, but I was getting this fine green dust on my clubs, and you can kind of see it there. But I was getting this dust from hitting on that type of grass as well. So it wasn't a perfect solution. A hitting strip is a great solution, but it wasn't perfect because I didn't have the perfect turf on top. So what I've done is I've actually purchased this EZ Tee CAMO from Bayside Golf. And this is not a sponsored video. I'm not affiliated with Bayside. I paid full price for this strip. So I paid full price for it. I'm keen to see how this goes because it's very different to my other premium Tee Turf. This turf is US made. That's the biggest thing. So a lot of the grasses that you see in Australia that you can buy for your golf sim, the synthetic grasses, pretty much all of them are made in China. So they're good and some of them are great, but nothing comes close. I haven't seen anything like this hitting strip. I have not seen anything like this type of EZ Tee turf. This is made in the US. It is just seriously quality stuff. I'll put up some videos and some images of it on screen now, but I just want to talk about it. So this one is 30 mils thick, is very dense. It is like really, really dense. There's no foam underneath, as you can see. So this pretty much has just that, the bottom layer where it holds all of the grass on top, and then it's just all fibers. And the reason for that is because when you actually hit your shot, those fibers are all going to give way, they're all going to move and allow you to hit down on the ball and make it feel like real grass. With my other premium Tee Turf, most of it was foam. It was maybe half foam and then half fibers. And what was happening, I think, is I was hitting down on it, and I hit down on the ball quite hard, so I'm guilty for that. Even outside, I take massive divots. But what I think happens with my old turf, my old Tee Turf, is because it has that layer of really dense foam that doesn't give at all, what was happening is I was hitting down into that and I was getting this jarring motion in my elbows. So I'm keen to see how this EZ Tee CAMO goes. The reason it's called camo is because half of the fibers are green and then half of the fibers are black. There is a reason for that. And that reason is because when you actually use a photometric based launch monitor and you have a light color, it can sometimes confuse the camera to try and pick apart the actual turf from the ball. So with this EZ Tee CAMO, they've actually made it darker. So then there's more of a contrast between the white ball and the almost, black or really dark green hitting strip. So keen to see how that goes as well. And I'm keen to see if that helps the Unicorn Mini out at the moment with its issues it's got where it has a misread like every 18 holes. The other pro of this EZ Tee CAMO obviously is it's going to wear out a lot slower, so I'm not going to have to keep replacing it every 2-3 weeks, which is really good because, like I said, it was getting annoying having to replace that strip all the time. And finally, the thing that excites me probably the most, and I don't know why, this mat is so dense, the fibers are so dense that I can actually putt off it. So I'm super keen because, like I said, with my old T-Turf, I wouldn't be able to putt off that. It was too, the fibers weren't that dense, and so I wouldn't be able to putt off it. But with this turf, it's so dense that I'm easily going to be able to putt off it and have a perfect smooth roll, as well as hit my ball off it. So I'm super excited about that because, as you know, I want a perfect, flat, level surface for putting to help the launch monitor out as much as possible to get that 0.0 HLA. Okay, that's the video. I will be doing a long-term review of this, but this was just an intro to the EZ Tee CAMO. Like I said, you can get it from Bayside Golf, not affiliated. I paid full price for this. Check it out if you want, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.